Hello and welcome back to WoW Be Live. I am your friendly neighborhood WoW streamer, WoW Be Live. That's me. For the moment we're in Donegal, just running around, taking everything in. Look at my two little ghost boys. Isn't that cute? My two little canine companions, one of which is obviously me. Oh. Shield. Before we do anything today, rate my drip. Shabang. If I could face the right way, that would be preferable. Firstly, the spangly spectacles are a mainstay. They remain on my bald head. But we also managed to pick up the Shaman set from the 20th anniversary event. I believe it was like season 1 or 2 in its entirety. But I've only used 2 of the pieces here. Those being this sash thing, belt, call it what you may. This sexy little studded thing in the center of my groin. And the cape as well. I picked the weapon up from this month's trading post. Obviously, it is super cool. I feel like it goes with my ensemble very well. Ties it all together quite nicely. And it has some particle effects. Who doesn't like those? But on top of that, we have the feather. I have the feather sticking out my ear. If I had a feather sticking out my arse, I would have, but it's not available. What? And then we have the whole purple theme kind of tied very well together by the Dark Arathi pauldrons. I think that's what they're called. And to top it all off, I just unlocked the Azure World Jailer. Isn't that cool? I didn't even intend this. I just did my quest for the world bosses today. And he happened to drop. Or she. I don't want to misgender the dragon thing. I feel like the dragon really works with my current transmog situation. So as a new player, kind of happy that I've managed to tie something together in these early stages of a game. Anyway, plan today is to pick up a couple of world quests in the Isle of Down in the hope of getting one of the coffer keys for the delves. So after I've got the keys, I'll take you through a delve. I've done a couple of tier 8 delves already. We just hit those couple of days ago on stream. I couldn't quite solo them. I'm not sure if I should be able to do so. Currently sitting at item level 597. What would happen is I would get to the boss. I tried on 2 separate instances in 2 separate delves to complete it and couldn't get there. As a shaman, I just felt a little too squishy. I don't know if that's consistent with other shaman or if I'm just lacking, which is also very possible. But either way, I will find a team and I will ask them very nicely to take me under their wing, their collective wing. Hold me close to their bosom so that I may feel their warmth. And in doing so, we'll have a jolly good time together in the delve. We'll get some gear upgrade, hopefully, and we'll achieve our goal of hitting item level 600, which is just around the corner. It seems tantalizingly close, as in we're 3 item level off it, but getting there is a trial. As I'm sure you guys know if you're familiar with trying to up your gear score. It's quite tricky. It's quite a tricky thing to do. So I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about delves in general. If you're unaware of my WoW journey so far, I've gone over this a couple of times on stream, but I will recount the story for you today. Essentially, I played vanilla. In fact, I played so much vanilla, I left my first girlfriend so that I could do so. If she ever sees this, I'm sorry, but it was necessary. And honestly, I don't regret it. That's so out of pocket. I'm sorry. Anyway, I played vanilla through the Burning Crusade to level 70, at which point all of my friends stopped playing the game and I was unable to do any of the in-game content. I didn't pick it back up in Classic, although I thought I could do. I tried. I got to about level 10 as a gnome mage in Dunmorrow and then I put down the game because my brain has been conditioned to enjoy only short form content. I'm now obviously a product of my environment. I'm inundated with TikToks and YouTubes and it just wasn't instantaneous enough. I need that gratification and I couldn't get it out of WoW Classic. So fast forward maybe 3 or 4 years later and I think to myself, now is the time. WoW seems more accessible than ever, and having played this game for the past 2 weeks, I think that's true. Obviously I've effectively got to endgame. I've been participating in raids and at 1 mythic dungeon so far, which is I've taken a video of, you can see on my YouTube, and it's been great fun. The barrier of entry has never been lower and I'm super grateful for that because the game is amazing in my humble opinion. I feel like until now I've been trying to fill an MMORPG shaped void in my life, which has never really been sated by any other attempts. I tried to play Lost Ark for a few hundred hours. I tried to play Final Fantasy XIV for 100 hours or so. I went back to old school RuneScape, which was amazing, don't get me wrong, but requires that I give up my entire life. WoW does that too, but to a slightly lesser extent. So here we are, having fun and grinding things out. And obviously I'm also attempting to be a World of Warcraft content creator, if you haven't noticed. So if you would like to support that journey, do the subscription thing. Do it on Twitch as well and, you know, help me. Help me! Like with most big AAA games like Destiny 2, which I've had a foray into prior to this, it's very, very hard to move into the space as a content creator because it's completely and utterly oversaturated. A select few content creators sit at the top of the pyramid and you kind of scarper around and collect up what you can get in the form of morsels of interaction or attention. But hopefully I'll start accruing a bit more interest and you guys will learn to love me. Anyway, did we get a key from that vent? No, I don't think so.
This was a bit getting too close to the outpost. Set out the numbers and make them think twice about bothering our equipment.
Okay, I will do. This is also the first time I've ever done open world quests, or world quests as they're called, which is amazing. Like, I've never really been able to grind out rep before, and I'm completely sold. I don't know what it is, but mounts and cosmetics essentially have a hold on me, which is inexplicable. I don't know how to explain it, but all I want to do is gain that fucking otter from Dragonflight. All I want to do. It's all I think about. To the point that I will sit in a meeting at work, don't tell my boss this, and I will fish on my other monitor. In order to turn in these fish and gain 150 odd, which is minuscule, Tuskar reputation for the Otic mount. But I'll get there. I'll get there. It will be mine. I will have the Otter. The Otter will be mine. That's the kind of hold that this game has on you. So far you can see that I've eased myself in gently back into the swing of WoW. It by no means has taken over my life. In fact, I have complete control over my own action or inaction. I just need to keep telling myself that. Did I get a key thing? Coffer key shard. Turn 100 coffer key shards into a restored coffer key to be used to obtain loot at the end of Bountiful Dells. That's what we're looking for. Do I have enough to turn it into a coffer key thing? Yes, I do. Oh, I won. We won the game. Restored coffer key is mine, which means we stride forth to a bountiful delve. And it looks like the first candidate is going to be Fungal Folly. I kind of touched upon barrier for entry to this game a second ago, but I think delves have gone a long way to improving that. I feel like the fact that you're able to solo a dungeon in such a way, I mean, I'm not really capable of soloing tier 8. It just feels like a fresh new piece of content, which enables you to get to a pretty reasonable gear score quite quickly. Can I pick that bird up? I got distracted. Anyway, let's look for a group. Please let me come with you. I am very good at the game. Nope. Application to 8 fast has been declined. I am a very nice young man. Please take me with you. Question mark. Kiss? Is kiss too much? Smiley face. No tongues, because that implies that I'm being sarcastic. I don't mean the kiss, I mean don't do a tongue smiley. Never mind. Some people just don't know what they're missing, really. You can't let it affect you. On to the next one.
6.5 hours later.
And we're going to get in here. We go down the flush. Okay, first mob. The plan here is not to top the damage board because I think that's probably unrealistic. I really need to watch a video or something just to make my rotations a bit more optimal, because I know when it comes to raiding, people are going to judge me heavily, and I do not do well under judgment. That's not true. I thrive under pressure. This piece of coal shall become a diamond. Okay, what's the plan here? Objective-wise, dispersal crystal recovered. There's only one objective? Oh dear, I didn't mean to pull. It's fine. Pump out the damage. Make the numbers look big. Double Tempest. I keep getting that. I love getting that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure how it procs. I'll look into this. Or let me know, please. That's why you guys are here. Give me guidance. Consider me your Padawan. You don't necessarily have to be Yoda, but in my mind that's how I envision you. Also, chat suggested to me in one of my most recent streams that I be using a weak order for a shaman. I tried to do this before, but I feel like I spend so much time looking at my action bars that I'm not sure if I would be able to at this point in time. It seems a little bit daunting to remove some of the information from the screen, but might be a good thing to do. I just lack the confidence at present. So this seems to be going relatively smoothly so far. We're sitting at number 3 on the DPS, which is fine. I think there's only 2 other DPS, so where does that leave me? I think the delves to me feel a lot more like the old school dungeons. Like this has a kind of Wailing Caverns vibe in general. Just going from mob to mob like this, and the mobs being a little more difficult, is really nice. If you watch some of my previous videos on dungeons, you just kind of stream through the whole dungeon super quickly, just like slapping mobs up willy-nilly. And there's no real grind to it, but this feels awesome, especially when you start to coordinate with your team a bit more, and everything comes together in beautiful synchronicity. I'm hamming it up slightly, obviously, but hopefully you get what I mean. And what they're working, cause I'm a shaman. I would like to look at my companion's item level just to see where they are. 602, 596. So they're pretty much level with me, pretty significantly outdamaged. Although it is a destruction warlock, there's obviously a lot of improvements that I can be making. If I began my journey as the best in the world, then there's nowhere to go. If I begin at the bottom rung of the ladder, then the only way I can go is up. Big interrupt by the prick stick, that's me. Stick it up your jacksie. For clarification, jacksie is Old Scottish for your arsehole. Your buttocks. Your butthole. There's a bit of trivia for you as well. Don't say not an educational content creator, because I am. Okay, so I believe this is the elite that might drop the map. That could be wrong. But I know there is a chance to get a map within delves, which gives your next delve, I believe, a chance of better loot, effectively. A nicer chest. What keeps interrupting me, because it's really annoying and incredibly rude. Is this the boss? I think this may be the boss. It is the boss. Okay. Wow, this has been super smooth so far. I mean, I have had a full team of competent people, but generally, I feel like we've kind of held our own. Nicely avoided. Well done, Will. Thank you. Thanks, Will. A bit of damage. Need to get my writing mod out.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I feel like as I've been playing, I am looking up a lot more, which is an issue of mine. I used to spend a lot of time just staring at the action bar to figure out my rotations, but now I can enjoy the vista a little bit more, especially as we're doing raids and things. You need to be able to respond to visual stimulus and cues, etc. So progress is being made. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the game. We've been doing a lot of raiding and mythics on stream recently, which has been a game changer in my eyes. Endgame content is something, you know, it's better than I imagined it to be. And when I romanticised it as a young lad, you know, Naxxramas and everything else, all those huge raid bosses, they seem so far out of reach, but now I've kind of got there, and it feels very nice in my pants. Anyway, boss down. Here is the moment of truth. This is what we've all been waiting for. Cue the Zelda chest opening sound. I'll say GG and thank you to my team. Radiant Echo, fine, Undercoin, Resonance Crystals, Delver's Journey, a bit of Commendation, which is lovely, and Breakable Arnado, I think that's a curio? And here we go, Torchbearer's Coif, 603, which is not an upgrade. It's not an upgrade, but that's fine. It's okay. I don't mind at all. Maybe I can upgrade it. Anyway, that was fun. That's the main thing. Thank you for joining me. If you made it this far in the video, I'm impressed, because I did talk a lot of shit. But if you'd like to see more of me rambling inanely for tens of minutes, then please subscribe, follow along, check out my live streams. It would be lovely to have you. And thank you again. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a lovely day. Take good care of yourselves and enjoy the world of Warcrafting. Goodbye. Bye guys.